yesterday, guys. My name is Adam, and today I'm bringing you guys another high school story. I know I haven't done one of these in a while, but I thought you guys would appreciate one right now. This one is kind of funny. Involves Harp Toad and I during lunchtime. Again, I can't remember what year this was. I want to say it was grade 9 because we're in the cafeteria. And in case you guys didn't know, our school had two buildings, which then had two cafeterias, and the more popular one was the North Cap. But we were in the South Cap, the less popular cafeteria, and we were only in the South Caf for two reasons. One, it was grade 9. Grade 9, we always sat in South Cap, and then eventually grade 10 and 11 and 12, we went over the North Cap just because the food was better. But anyways, and the other reason was because North Cafeteria was closed, so we had to go to South. So it's one of those two reasons. Either we were in grade 9 or we were in a later year and the North Caf was closed. But anyways, so there was, we all sat down for lunch, nothing special. Me, Harp Toad, my brother Jeffrey, Crackle7, anybody else who sat with us at the table at the time. I think one of our friends, Jake, was there as well. And there were these kids that were sitting across from us at their lunch table, and they were kind of like the rowdy type of people that would pick on the other people sitting next to them, or behind them, or beside them, and or in front of them, and so on, throwing food around and just being complete assholes. And he was throwing things at our table, and it hit me with a Rice Krispie square, or a banana peel was thrown and stuff like that, and it actually hit Harp Toad right in the shoulder. And he brushed it off. I forget what it was. I think it was one of those fruit glasher things. And he just brushed it off. He's like, whatever, right? And then time goes on. More people are getting hit, and we were just kind of grouped that at that time we didn't really want to start anything. It's the first time we're in high school. We didn't want to pick on people, or we didn't want to pick a fight with the wrong people, and so on. And so they kept throwing things at us. Like I said, we just kept brushing it off, and then it just got to Harp Toad. It just pissed him off. And so when another Rice Krispie square came and hit him in the shoulder, or hit him in the arm, or whatever it was, he stood up and said, "If you throw one more goddamn thing at us, or at me, sorry, I will pick up that garbage can and I will whip it at you guys." And not even a second later, after he sat down, a banana peel came and hit him right in the face. And he lost it. He went over to that garbage can. It was like more than half full of garbage. And he brought it up to the person that threw it at him, and he dumped that garbage can on top of him. This guy was covered in garbage and just like soda cans that weren't fucking finished, and yogurt and pudding, all types of nasty stuff. Like, this guy looked like Oscar the fucking Grouch, and that was it. That table never picked on us ever again. That whole year, or that whole year that we sat at that table, like I said before, we always sat at the same table, and a lot of other people did the same thing, where they would sit at the same table, and they never even thought of picking a fight with us again, just because of the fact that Dean, looked just so crazy, or sorry, Harp Toad just looked so crazy when he picked up that garbage can and dumped it over him. And again, we never got caught for that. Like, we never got in shit for it. I don't know if it's because teachers knew that Dean was just doing the right thing, more or less, standing up for himself and standing up for everybody else, because I don't think those guys picked on anybody else, at least not when we were around, which is fucking awesome. And actually, I'll tell you, there's a little bonus episode story, because since I was really short too. It's the same thing. We're in the South Cafeteria, but I think we were in the South Cafeteria because no, we were in the South Cafeteria because it was grade 9, and we had two friends. I think I told them about these guys before. That was they just kind of sat with us because they had no one else to sit with. We didn't really want them there, but they were there, and I don't remember if I named them in my last video or not, but I'm not going to name them in this one. Well, okay, I'll name one of them, Slobodan. But the other guy I won't name. Actually, nah, I'm pretty sure I named them. So, anyway, so we sat with Slobodan and Jake, and Jake, he had really curly curly hair, and we always thought it would. We always took advantage of that, the fact that he had curly hair, and if he got something stuck in his hair, it is very, very hard for him to get things out. So, you know, we like, for example, we actually busted open Sabotin's jacket. He had like a feather jacket, winter jacket. We busted open, we put the feathers in his hair, and like, you know, he pretty much rocked around all day with some feather in his hair because he can't get it out. It's really hard. Another example is Harpto would bring. Captain Crunch to school every day. Just a little Ziploc bag of Captain Crunch, and he would just eat it dry like that because, you know, it's fucking good. Captain Crunch is a fucking amazing cereal, and especially dry without milk. And he would crumple it up, crunch it up, whatever, and then dump it in his hair. And like, okay, that's not as bad as the feathers. I mean, he just has to do a quick shake with his hand through his hair, and he'll get it all out. But that's just an example of the kind of people him and I were in high school. We were, at least in the early years, we were actually not throughout the high school years. We were complete dicks to people that we didn't really care about, and it would sucks because both those guys aren't in my life anymore, and they were actually pretty great people. Well, maybe not Sabotin, but Jake was actually a pretty good person, and but anyways, there was one time where, we did the usual where we would throw things at him or try to get things in his hair. Like, I think we were trying to put the banana peel in his hair. And we hit his head, but, it didn't really, like, obviously it's not going to stick in his hair, but I think the ideal was to get the banana peel to be in his hair. And so Jake, in frustration with us, picks up the banana peel that was on his head and goes to throw it back at Dean. Now Dean's being smart, slick, and ninja-like. He, when it was thrown at him, he quickly pushed back on his chair to slide across and move out of the way. And when he did that, he hit one of the hottest girls in high school right in the face. Right in the face. And the look on her face, and just the evil look on her face, the eyes and the look and everything that she gave Jake when she looked over and saw him saying, I'm sorry, was priceless. And he immediately got up and got a napkin to, help clean her up. And she was just one of those, like, preppy freak out girls where she's like, get away from me, what's your problem? And we were just all keeled over, dying of laughter because of the fact that we put him in this situation. And yeah, you know what? I was a jerk in high school, and I'm not anymore. At least I don't think I am. But some people will say so. People who I have blocked on the PSN, but that's beside the point. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. A little 2-for-1 high school stories. And as always, stay dirty.